We review. We watch. We review again. Witness us. This is Black and Chrome.
Alright, so we've gathered here today at what is probably a very questionable choice by the both of us.
It seemed like a really good idea at the time.
To review the Mad Max Fury Road Black and Chrome edition. I think my face is going numb.
My lips are... Yeah, my gums were burning and now my lips are numb.
So this will be a very quick review.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're warm now. Black and Chrome was apparently the original intent of this movie was a black and white movie, and they added color, which was vivid and vibrant. We talked about that in a previous review. So we decided to watch it. We were going to try and go watch it at a theater. Didn't
Yeah,
get a chance.
there was a showing in our town, but there was other
We had
things
other
going
obligations.
on.
So we didn't get to go see it in the theater, which is fine. We ended up watching it here at home from the BFF Relaxatorium. And yeah, what'd you think?
I thought there were a lot of moments where the black and white actually did enhance the movie, which shocked me because, again, the colors were so vivid and beautiful. In particular, the scene with the sandstorm.
Yep.
I was certain there's no way they could improve upon that by desaturating the color palette because it was so beautiful. But it works so much better in black and white because you can notice so many more details.
Yep.
I don't know, it was just... It added to the stakes of the scene, not being able to see the vivid colors of the sand and the lightning and all of that.
Mm-hmm. I didn't feel like it actually like added that much to the movie for me. Like there were some scenes where it was quiet and you got to see detail on the character's face. That the black and white version brought that detail out more. It made it much more visible, much more noticeable, I guess is a good way to put it. But other than like some of the details on characters' faces and more emotion that was brought out in the black and white, I actually didn't really feel it added that much to this film. There were some things, like you had mentioned the firestorm, the big fire tornado storm thing that they were driving headlong into. That was beautiful in black and white. But I found myself missing the vibrant reds and the deep colors in this movie.
And there were other moments where I missed the vibrant colors. Anytime there was an explosion, that just didn't seem to work as well in the black and white when you've already seen the vivid colors of the fire, like when the Bard platform musician is playing and there's like a epic flame.
It's just,
yes.
It's not as good in the black and chrome. I mean, it's not bad. It's just it lacks something.
Another place where I thought the black and chrome actually did enhance the scenery was when we see Immortan Joe releasing the Aqua Cola to the denizens of the Citadel.
Yeah.
And you just see like how like distraught and malnourished and hurt these people are, that they're so desperate for this resource. And I thought seeing that in black and white really enhanced that type of scenery because it kind of reminded me of like old wartime films and footage where you see like, you know, the desperate people like after the fact when the atrocities come to light.
Yep.
So I thought that was enhanced.
Totally.
The war boys also really stood out very well in the stark whiteness of their makeup.
They were creepier. They felt like a Nosferatu or some sort of monster movie creature because it's not just the stark white makeup, but they often have like dark around their eyes and stuff like that, and that made them like much more demonic looking, which was kind of a cool effect. You had mentioned Immortan Joe's stronghold with the Aqua Cola and how that really kind of brought that out. On the flip side, the lack of the greenery really affected it for me because there's a scene where after he realizes Furiosa's making off with
his breeders.
Yeah, he starts running to check on them, and he runs between these rows of greenery, but it's so drab. It's not
definitely detracted from that moment.
Yeah, it's the same from when you see the stronghold for the first time because there's all the greenery on top of the stronghold that you don't really get to see because it's just kind of like it's a lighter shade of gray.
Yeah.
But
Definitely agree with that.
I will say for me, the things that stuck out the most were the primary characters. Like Max was, he seemed way harder, and Furiosa, her eyes were way more vivid and emotionful. Like you can see the rage when she was angry because when it started, she had all the dark stuff across her forehead, so her eyes just kind of popped out even more than they did in the color version. What about you?
Another character that stood out to me in the Black and Chrome edition was the character from the Bullet Farm, the one who goes blind.
Yeah.
Like when he's literally like unloading like clip after clip in the nighttime desert scene, like it kind of reminded me of something out of like Sin City.
Yeah.
Just like the color and pacing, and that scene played pretty well in the original, but it just seemed even more like epic and cinematic just seeing it in the like
black
a
and white.
straight up
I
black
think
and
they're
white
playing.
versus the day for night that they were kind of going for with the blue tones.
I think we're playing Flight of the Valkyries or something as the music.
I think they
Yeah,
were.
which is just perfect, just beautiful.
But other than that, I actually noticed a lot more of the CGI aspects of the film. I was surprised that the black and white didn't mask that more. Like there was just it was all little things. Like I can't even think of like specific scenes per se versus the ones that stood out in color, but it was just like little things here and there where it's like, oh, there's a CGI moment. Oh, another CGI moment.
So do you think that's the black and white, or do you think that's the fact that this is our second viewing of the movie?
You know, actually, it could be because it's a second viewing, but
It could be both. It could be a little bit like it could be things that it would take in our fifth or third viewing to notice that we're noticing on second viewing because of the black and white.
mm-hmm.
Also, Morton Joe really stood out. His mask was intense in the black and chrome.
Definitely, he looked more sinister to me in black and chrome. Another moment, if we can kind of backtrack just a little,
Totally.
in the very beginning of the film when we see it in color, like yeah, it just seems like a typical action sequence, but seeing it in the black and white, I felt really claustrophobic with Max
When he's trying to escape from the war boys, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Whenever it's him in those tunnels running from all the war boys, like flooding after him practically. But yeah, it felt like tighter corners and way more narrow tunnels in the black and chrome than it did in the color. So I think that's the bulk of it. Do you have anything else?
I mean, if you've seen the movie in its vivid color, obviously seeing it in black and chrome, it's not going to be like a wholly different experience in my opinion, but it's still a good movie at the end of the day, and if you want to see it in its desaturated state, then go see it because it's a good movie. It's good to experience things and form your own opinion.
I personally don't really felt it added too much in general for my enjoyment of the movie, but I'm very happy I saw it. I'm very happy I got the chance to see it. Now, having seen both, I would go back and watch the fully colorized version.
Yeah, I think there's just so much beauty in that fully colored version, the vivid reds, the beautiful blues, the sandscapes.
Well, even then, like
the greens.
When things look gritty and gross, they look grittier and grosser in color than they do in black and white.
But overall,
Really
I mean, it's still a good movie.
It adds a little, but
it doesn't add as much as you think it would.
Yeah, right. And I think because there's another movie that's coming out black and white right now, Logan, is coming black and white to theaters, and that one I think might benefit more from the black and white experience because the colors are vivid in that movie, but it's slower paced, and you can see a lot more emotion in that movie. So I'd be willing to check that out.
Oh, definitely. And it's been so long since we've had like a movie released in black and white. Like you said earlier, like this one was supposed to, or the full intention was to release this in black and white. And we haven't had like a wide release black and white film since probably maybe The Artist after it won the Oscar, because then it would have been released back in theaters. I don't remember that getting a wide release other than that.
What about like Good Night and Good Luck?
And then Good Night and Good Luck, basically in the previous decade, I think had a wide release. I think it was a late December release because it was released in 2005, but I remember seeing it in 2006. So yeah, not too many directors playing with that style. Sin City plays with that as well, but there is some color to it, not a pure black and white experience.
Right, but I think that really helps it a lot too because those colors pop.
It's interesting to see newer films try to bring back this art form that people kind of like wrote off probably in the last few decades or so.
Totally. But yeah, check it out. You can rent it on Amazon for relatively cheap. Or I hear if you get like the special edition, it has both the regular and the black and chrome on it, so you can compare for yourself. It was a lot of fun watching both of these movies. This movie in both versions. They're fantastic, and now maybe I can coax this one into watching the other Mad Max
Oh,
movies.
I already want to.
Good.
We don't have to wear this when we watch them, do we?
No, we don't.
All
But
right.
if you enjoyed this little review and maybe some of these extras that we can do every once in a while, maybe you could witness us. Give us a little like below, share the video with your friends so they can witness us too, so they can carry us into Valhalla all shiny and chrome. And subscribe to the Tough channel where we have all of our other BFF videos as well as any specials we do. And yeah.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and witness us there.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me at _Mrs. Davis.
And you can find me charging the gates to Valhalla myself at Drake Masters.
And thanks for watching this little video of us doing dorky things, because we're dorks.
It makes the burning worth it.
Now let's go wipe all these things off.
Let's just get rid of this makeup, because
Yes.
it burns so much.
It tastes like burning.
Good night, everybody.
God, that's nothing.
Oh, burn! Oh, God.
I'm crying. Oh God, it got in my hair.
The things we do for art.
Oh God, it got in my hair. I'm supposed to use this hair tomorrow for school.
Guess you're washing your hair tonight.
I guess. Oh God, I gotta go wipe my eyes real quick.
My gums are burning.
Oh,